Hello everyone, I'm out backpacking again with Spanish Albert for the night. We're just at a local place, Gunnerside in the Yorkshire Dales. We've been here a couple of times now, but the weather forecasts look good, so we're just going to trek on through the old industrial landscape and probably camp at the top of the gill. Tonight I'm going to be sleeping in the world's smallest tent, so stay tuned if you want to see how that goes. And on the way in we stopped at Lidl and we picked up some cheap beers to review when we set up camp. But in the meantime we're going to crack on through this jungle, this insect infested jungle, and get up onto the dales where the wind's blowing. So this would have all been in operation up until, I think it was 1856. Got a little fireplace there, something engraved in the top. There's a bit of graffiti there, I'm not sure if you can make it out. It's JS. Now that's either 19, actually it's 1802. So 221 years ago somebody stood here and scraped their initials in and the date. And I'm guessing this would have been all the original timber in here. Seems to have lasted pretty well. So yeah, it is an interesting place. It's well worth a walk up just to look at the old, the industrial remains. We'll just go and see how Al's getting on with his drone flight. Jesus mate, is that it all the way up there?
Where? Fucking can I see it, man?
Bring it down.
I'm trying.
So we thought we'd spotted a potential site here, which I think will get the world's smallest tent in that I'm sleeping in tonight. It's quite a good view down the gill as well, but there'll not be enough room for the two of us, like, will there, Al?
Nah.
Sleep in there, Al, if we had bivvy bags.
Aye. Well, you've got the world's smallest tent, mate.
Do you reckon it'll fit in there?
I don't know, I've not seen it yet.
So we've got what we think is an Irish beer, a Gallaroo.
£3 something for a 4-pack.
Oh, that's not bad. But we're going to go and find a perch, and then we'll crack it open. 4.8% Gallaroo traditional beer. Very good.
It's alright.
I'm getting a strong smell of lager.
I wouldn't necessarily say premium. Would you?
Do you know what? I like it. Not only does the can look a little bit like Stella Artois,
It does have a...
slightly sweet, sweetish French style lager.
It's alright.
It does have a slightly nasty undertaste.
Yeah, I would definitely not say it's premium.
Yeah.
I mean, the price, I think,
It's
would
not
have
premium.
some kind of indication that it's not premium. But it's drinkable. It's alright.
We're not going to complain.
No, we are not.
A couple of connoisseurs like us as well, so it must be half decent. So the Gallaroo is gone. In the last maybe half an hour we've been climbing up the top there, trying to get out of the way of the midge.
Yeah, we've been hiding from them.
Yeah, thinking about pitching up there, but the wind's back now, so it's all right down here. But we're going to crack open beer number 2, which is a steam brew. Now this is another one we picked up in Lidl's earlier on. Now how much was this one? It was one...
This one might have been the one that was £2 something, I think.
Was it?
Yes, yeah,
All
this
right.
one was.
However, it's got a bit of pedigree behind it. It's a session IPA.
And it is a German design award winner from 2020.
Yeah, definitely got some pedigree. Percentage wise, 4.9.
Yeah.
It's, oh, a bit lively.
Lively indeed.
What's that?
Oh, it smells good.
Slightly, very slightly fruity on the nose. Smells like beer.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh,
That's nice.
oh yes.
Now that, whereas the Gallaroo, that was supposed to be special, wasn't it?
Yes.
Premium. That was supposed to be premium. This tastes more premium.
Do you know what? I think I might have rated the Gallaroo a little bit too high. I might have to rescind the 7 and move it back down to what you said, a 6.5.
Yeah.
Because this is much nicer.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, a lot nicer.
Yeah, and I'd say that this is probably pushing an 8.
Yeah, I would as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy with that. So that's another one I'd recommend, definitely.
I'd definitely buy this again.
So that's the steam brew. Can't even find the brewery, like. Let's oil the gears of life.
I've not even told. Yeah, I've
No,
seen that.
that
Yeah.
is the brewery.
But again, it's brewed for Lidl.
So it's German beer.
Yeah.
It's always going to be good if it's German.
They don't do a bad beer, do they, Germany?
Well, folks, we're just about to get beer number 3, and we're kind of just out to dodge these swarms of midge. When the wind blows, they disappear. When the wind stops blowing, they come out in force, hence the net. But we've figured out a way to drink our beers by keeping the can inside the net. Quite revolutionary. But yeah, things are kicking off, man. We found a dead rabbit. And then we had a sheep that came down here while we were sitting on the bridge. We got a bit worried because it was looking a bit edgy, so we got up and moved to let it cross the bridge, but it just jumped from there right the way over to here. Our beers are there. We thought, is it going to land on the beers? If it did, there would be hell on. So yeah, oh, it's all happening. So it was a bit of an impulse buy, but yeah, it's not too bad for summer camping. Weighs 1.4 kilograms, so fairly lightweight, and it's a bit more stealth than the Jack Wolfskin Exolite 1 that I use most of the time. It's the same weight. Obviously the Jack Wolfskin's a bigger tent, and it's made of sil nylon or whatever it's called, and this is a much more traditional type of heavy material that most Vanguard tents and that are made out of, but it's quite stealthy for camping up on the moors and in the dales. Not too bad. But
and I thought the Cairngorm, the Vanguard Cairngorm that I've been using up until last few camps was small, mate. This should be horrible in the wet weather.
Oh, it's a dry weather tent without a doubt.
Trying to get out of wet clothes, trying to get out of any clothes, trying to get out of your sleeping bag, mate.
Trying to get out in the morning with all these midges around, that's going to be a test, like.
Yeah.
You'll have to come out all guns blazing. But we'll see how we get on. Jesus, man, I'm getting totally eaten here, are you, mate?
Yeah, yeah, they are. They're showing us who's boss. It certainly isn't us.
This is the worst time now. We're just heading into dusk, aren't we?
Yeah.
And I mean, they're on me. There's not too many of them. I mean, I've had worse than that in Scotland, like. But They are starting to swarm. I'm getting out of here now, like. Where's my beer? Well, folks, it's not good news. It started to rain, so I've had to jump into the world's smallest tent. So the rain seems to have stopped. Al's doing something with his pump in his tent. I think he's blown up his blow-up doll. So it's, I'll just check, 25 to 10, and we've decided to turn in. So unless anything changes, I think I will catch up with you again in the morning. So good night, or bonne nuit as they say in France. Morning everyone. I think it's about 6:30, 6:15 in the morning. It's been raining for about the last 2 hours. That wasn't in the forecast. But Alex has just said that something's nibbled through his bag to get out his porridge. So there's probably been a mouse around camp last night. I did hear something down the side of my tent as well, but I'll have to have a look and see if anything's nibbled through my bag. But I'll just give you a little look around the tent. I noticed there's not much information about this little tent online, not many reviews of it, probably because people don't really want to buy such a small tent. But I'll just give you a look at the space so you can get some kind of idea. I think the maximum height of the tent is about 60 centimetres up the top. But as you can see, it's pretty compact. My feet are touching the bottom of the fly shade. I have got my trousers down there. And then out the side here, there is quite a bit of room. I've got my stove, my shoes are in there. And then that's a 60-litre rucksack. And up the top, there is quite a bit of room. I have slid down a little bit. There's another, maybe it's about almost a foot there. And enough room to get your gear in. There's one little pocket here, it's big enough for a phone and your camera. And then you've got the door, which is half mesh. And then you've got this mesh panel at the back and a vent up that end. And there's a mesh panel down the bottom and there's a vent down there. Now, I don't think I've suffered any condensation at all. Well, I can't really tell. Seems to be dry enough on the inside. So yeah, the Koshi micro tent. It's looking a bit grim out there. I don't think the rain's going to stop. This bit might be a bit challenging. Trying to pack up in here. Trying to get a cup of coffee on here. And as soon as I open the door, there's just swarms of midges everywhere. Oh. I've made one attempt. I put the pot on top of the burner, and because there's a bit of a bank out there, it just fell off immediately. So I'm going to try again. Have to get it balanced as best I can. So I've managed to get a pot of coffee on here. Oh man, I've got my midge net ready, got my rain jacket on. Just gonna get out there now. I can't put it off any longer. You can see them all sheltering in the tent. Well, that's us, almost packed up. Al's just attaching a few things to his rucksack. I'm all done. We've picked up all of our empty beer cans and the rest of our rubbish. Leave no trace, take it all out with you. We did notice that there is quite a bit of litter amongst the old buildings there where people camp. There's like a bin bag full of crap, and someone's built a fire pit and put glass and plastic in. And there's some old iron pipes here, and people have put beer bottles and all that kind of stuff down there. It's not on really. When the landowners click on to the fact that people are starting to leave rubbish and ruin the place, then they'll start taking actions to prevent people camping here, so it ruins it for everyone who can get away with coming up here and just camping responsibly, you know, pitching late, leaving early, and if you can bring it in, you know, just take it out with you. So I'm back home now. I've just hung all of my camping gear out on the line. It's all soaking wet, but the camera battery died on the way back to the village, so I couldn't really end the video. We walked up across the high moor because there's a good Land Rover track there and it takes you to the village pretty quickly. But we were almost back, and there was a herd of cows on the moor, which I'd seen them the day before as we walked up. But we came over the crest of the hill, and this one cow, I don't know if we startled it. We were still quite a distance away from it, but it had a calf, and it started to display some really aggressive behaviour. It's done like a bluff charge, and it was like mooing, it was snorting, it was stamping its feet in the ground. And we thought, well, even if we tried to give it a wide berth, there's nowhere to run. It's just open moorland, you know. If it wanted to come for us, it would have easily charged at us or trampled us or whatever. So we had to turn back. So we walked back for a couple of 100 metres. I had the map with us luckily, and we found another footpath, so we went and got onto that. We walked down through the brush back to the river and then back to the village that way, avoiding the cows. That took about an extra 40 minutes. So yeah, it was a bit of a eventful camp. We had loads of midges. The rain wasn't forecast. A mouse ate its way through Alex's bag, and then we nearly got trampled to death by a cow. So yeah, there are surprises out there for you in the English countryside. But anyway, so that's it. So as ever, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch up with you again in the next one.